everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles for a much-anticipated main event. 12 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors. Klitschko's making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight. George Foreman's really keyed in for this one. You can see it as he makes his walk to the ring.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bad Intentions, Klitschko. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Big George Форман.
All right, guys. Protect yourself at all times. Got that? All right, let's touch them up.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one.
Two guys that can really take each other out. What's the best means of defense?
Well, if one guy says to himself, I'm not the power puncher, then he has to be smart. He has to be technically solid in all areas. He's going to have the edge.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by George Foreman. Very nice work there. Jab, uppercut. Nice strike after catching one by George Foreman. And from long range, he's able to get his target he wanted.
And when you have somebody throwing long punches, what you don't want to do is what he did. Pull back straight.
Come on.
And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses, because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright.
Oh, this is like Santa Claus's beard. I'm telling you right now.
Halfway through round number one. There it is! Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no idea it was coming his way. He does not look good at all. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
Teddy, we hear a lot of people talking about where are the next great fighters coming from. In your eyes, I mean, you're around gyms all over the country, all over the world. Where are they coming from?
Well, Joe, I'll tell you where they're not coming from. They're not coming from football anymore. In the old days, the big guys, instead of going on the football field, somebody would look to make them into the next heavyweight champ. But now they're going to college, they're going to places where they find it a little bit of an easier travel. And we're losing a lot of those athletes.
Gets rid of that body shot. Throws a counter punch there. Back and forth exchange. Ten clicks of the talk. Some fine fundamentals. Good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
Fine fundamentals, good counter punch. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. You see how he created that offense right there? Jab, hook to the body.
You think back to George Foreman and his early days, and I think one of the visions that most fans remember is holding that tiny little American flag in the Mexico City Olympic Games in 1968 after claiming gold.
You know, that's an interesting point because Foreman's not known as a guy with great personality. You know, he's a guy who's a disdainful-looking guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of reminds you almost of a Sonny Liston. He tries to intimidate you. He does intimidate you with his power, with his size. But at that moment, he showed that he has personality, that it's inside him.
.90 seconds to go here in this round. Oh, good exchange there. Very nice defensive guard there. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Great movement to get away from those punches. Klitschko's offense has nearly left the building, but that has a lot to do with the fact that he was hurt earlier. He got tagged.
Now he's got to find a way to be defensive, to make sure he survives, clears those cobwebs out a little bit, but he's got to reconnect the offense before it's too late.
Good-looking counter punch. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Threw the straight right hand, but didn't score with it. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. And round number 3 is underway. Protecting his head well with his guard. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Blocks that punch. Didn't get it done going to the body there. Good defense, just covering up down low. Blocks that punch. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Gets rid of that effort. Able to counter that attack.
There are different kinds of power punchers, Teddy. Some are sharp and accurate, some are thudding and impactful. Where does George Foreman lie on that scale?
A bludgeoning puncher, a guy that you have a headache for about a week. He hits you with such thudding punches that it starts to just break you down as time goes on. But either way, he intimidates you with the force of the punch, with the effect of the punch, and the knowledge that he's in front of you with that ability.
returns the favor with an uppercut. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
That's a forceful two-punch combo by Klitschko. Way to block there. Klitschko's trying to create some space between him and his opponent. You know he wants to fight on the inside. He cannot be smothered. Klitschko's got a real uphill battle ahead of him now with a cut over his eye. Blocks that punch. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Klitschko. Halfway through round number 4. Nice block by Klitschko. Klitschko's starting to show some swelling. His corner should ice that down.
Off the rope, circle. Punch.
George Foreman talks about the rope-a-dope, saying, you remember the rope-a-dope? I was the dope. That has stayed with him.
Yeah, it has. You know, that was a ghost that had to be exercised. And it took him 20 years to exercise those ghosts.
Defense, more defense. Keep working the body. Get in there.
Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. Able to counter that attack. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Oh, and there you go. That combination puts him down. So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. It is unbelievable how this fight is being fought. Both guys unwilling to stop. One guy goes at it, The other guy meets him punch for punch.
Well, you've heard it before. You've heard the term used, one day at a time to deal with something very difficult. Well, this is one round at a time. That is the only way these fighters, these warriors, could deal with this kind of pace.
Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Foreman's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Oh, and there you go. Klitschko's almost out of it there. He was stunned. Foreman's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Nice block by Klitschko. Round comes to an end. We saw the knockdown there in that round. A little bit of a momentum gainer.
Yeah, obviously it gives you confidence, but you know what? It can also be a momentum killer, believe it or not.
How so?
Joe, I've had guys where the worst thing that happened to them in a fight was when they scored the knockdown because they thought it was just going to keep happening. And they thought about only the punch they landed, not how they set it up. So they got away from the game plan.
Nice strike after catching one by George Foreman. Blocks that belt line well. Klitschko's thinking much too much about the dangers of this game right now. Now, I know he went down earlier, but you cannot fight with that mentality.
He threw a jab early and got caught with a right hand. He's afraid to let that jab go, and he can't win the fight this way.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Oh, good stuff there. 2 in a row by Klitschko. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Targeted counterpunch by Klitschko. Klitschko's sticking to his game plan regardless of the fact that he's been down in this fight.
Yeah, in one breath you could compliment him for it, Joe. You could say he understands who he is. He understands his identity. He's going to win or lose with that. But on the other hand, there are some changes he has to be aware of.
Nice block by Bad Intentions. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Klitschko's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. Klitschko's got the right idea right here. He cannot be swarmed and smothered like it's a wet blanket with his opponent draped on him. He needs to create that space. He has to push off. Final 10 seconds. George Foreman's got to deal with a cut cheek.
Klitschko's vision is being compromised here. That swelling around the eye is worsening as the fight continues.
Well, right now he has to use every advantage he can. You're right. He's at a disadvantage. So now he has to position himself in the ring, every inch of that ring, where he keeps his opponent in a place where he can't throw punches towards the bad eye.
Wow! Klitschko stunned and he is hurt. Foreman's trying to get his man off of him. You see him shoving and pushing. Klitschko's making for a very inviting target right now. That cut is much worse than it was just moments ago.
What he has to do is he's got to be elusive right now. He's got to get on his horse a little bit and give those medicines that will put into the cut a chance to work a little bit. But also he's got to slow his opponent down. Catch him with something so he doesn't keep going after that eye.
Protecting his head well with his guard. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Able to dismiss it. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing.
Move your feet.
90 seconds to go here in this round. Great movement to get away from those punches. A headshot blocked. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. George Foreman blocks that punch. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go.
Listen, I want you to pick his jab. Throws a jab, parry it away, and you'll pass it.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Wow, great action right from the start. Hey, I don't know that they can keep up this pace, but if they do, what a night we got ahead of us.
Yeah, we're getting tired just watching this early part.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman.
Stay away from the inside.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by George Foreman. Blocks the headshot. Good-looking counterpunch. Foreman's strategy has been to control things on the outside, and the jab fits perfectly into it.
Yeah, what it's done is it's set up his defense. He's kept his opponent defensive, kept him off balance, off strike, and it's also set up his power shots whenever he's wanted to.
Throws a counter punch there. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth. Wow! Klitschko's legs look shaky. He was hurt.
All right, punch it out.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by George Foreman. George Foreman blocks that punch. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Nice block by Klitschko. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Klitschko. Klitschko's opponent's probably looking at him. He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again. Some way he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Able to dismiss that body shot. He said he was going to do it from the outside, and now he has. He just got to his man.
His opponent had no idea that he was still in range. He thought he was at a safe distance. Now he knows he wasn't.
Foreman's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. He likes to fight on the outside, but right now he's taking some punishment.
Well, he's standing up tall. He's on the outside, but he's allowing his opponent to get into places where he can find them, standing straight up.
Get rid of that one. Protecting his head well with his guard. Klitschko's learning a real hard lesson here, and it's that a corner man can only do so much when you're dealing with this amount of swelling around the eye.
Yeah, you have that end swell in the corner. Of course, it's a piece of metal that you put in ice. It gets very cold. It retains the cold, and you place it on the swelling. But once it gets started...
Holy cow! George Foreman stunned, and he is hurt. Klitschko's mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things are going against him. Now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait, or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
End of the round there, a round in which we did see the knockdown. And Teddy, when a fighter comes back to the corner, having just been floored, typically, how are they acting? What are you seeing out of them?
Just imagine you just walked into a room and somebody hit you from behind. You dropped. You're afraid to go in that room again. So put a light on in that room and explain to them why he got dropped. He will not be afraid to go back in that room.
Good defensive skill with the block by Klitschko. Klitschko's cut is really a mess right now, and it could jeopardize this fight for him right here. Teddy, is there blame that needs to be placed on his cut man? Could he have done more?
Well, really, the trick to being a cut man is pretty simple. It's not rocket science. You have to have the right medicines, the right coagulants. You have to be calm. You have to be able to put pressure on that cut, get it to stop, and then put those medicines in. But you need a little help from your fighter. You need him to move a little bit on his bike and give those medicines time to work.
Oh! George Foreman's got to be feeling foolish, nailed by a counterpunch.
Listen, he's still being highly competitive, even though you would have to think, if you're judging this fight at all, that he's way behind. Does that give him hope that still there's a chance that he can score the knockout and get this win?
Yeah, because his attitude is still there. He hasn't given up on himself. And as long as you haven't given up on yourself, you always have a chance where one punch can separate that guy from his consciousness.
And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special effects have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. What a smart combination by Klitschko. Counterpunch by Klitschko. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by George Foreman. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage.
George Foreman's making for a very frustrating round now for his opponent because he's moving so much. He's really utilizing that ring and showing that he's got the better footwork.
Yeah, he's doing what the old timers would say, Joe. He's giving angles, keeping his opponent off balance. His opponent is strong, but he needs to be set to punch. He's making sure he doesn't allow him to get set. Doesn't give him that kind of landscape.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Went to the body there, but unable to connect.
Right,
and the night is over. That cut causes an end to the evening. A TKO victory.
Your winner, Big George Foreman.
George Foreman's your winner by technical knockout.
Saw a little bit of everything tonight. You know, you saw he could fight inside, outside, and you saw he had a pretty good set of whiskers, too.
Solid victory for him, and for us, we say goodnight. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.